Big. I just saw him recently, and he was smoking. It was like in public too. I was like, oh, he doesn't give a fuck.
Like, I'm glad we actually. That was one of the coolest people I've gotten high with. I couldn't say it before, but yeah, I've gotten big high with.
Who's the coolest person you've gotten high with? This has got to be. I mean, you've probably gotten high with everybody at this point. Somebody who sticks out where you're like, wow, I smoked with this person. That's fucking crazy.
Dude. To me, it's still Be Real, dude. Like, if I'm just gonna be honest, like, Be Real is a guy.
Yeah.
And he gets really high, and like when I see him, it's like a reunion of like, here's the flavors I've been fucking with, here's the flavors he's been fucking with. We just rolling back to back, and it's childhood goal shit. It's also like he's a legendary weed man too.
Yes, he is.
So like my favorite person, I've gotten high with is Be Real, straight up.
Yeah, Be Real. Obviously, tell me how. Because was this Snoop Wiz tour? Was this your biggest tour you've done, or one of them at least?
It felt like one of the biggest. It felt good.
I think it was dope because everyone was canceling their tours and tour dates.
Yeah, no one wanted to mention that the Snoop Dogg, Wiz Khalifa, Too Short, Warren G, and BERNER tour sold out in every market. Like,
and in a time where nobody was selling out shows, everybody was complaining.
Everyone was canceling. And the coolest thing about this tour for me was I got the opening slot, right? It was DJ. Oh, shout out to DJ Drama.
Drama was there, yeah.
Drama was there. He put on, but like it was DJ Drama than me, and then it'd be Warren, Too Short, Wiz, Snoop. And when I first got offered this show, I was like, fuck, I got the opening slot. I'm about to be fucked. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, because those opening slots in those amphitheater shows can be interesting.
Bro, I've seen it 100 different ways.
Me too. Yeah, I've seen it, yeah.
But the best thing about this show was that it was never like that. That bitch was 85% full every time I went on. There's videos, the whole tour. I go on at 7 p.m. That bitch is full, rocking.
Nice, grown, mature crowd getting there early.
Young and grown, but they were there early because they liked the lineup. They didn't want to miss me.
They didn't want to miss you.
They didn't want to miss me. They didn't want to miss Warren G. They didn't want to miss Too Short. They wanted to see the whole show, and so that tour was life changing for me. I thank Snoop so much for hand selecting that lineup, because he did hand select that lineup, and I feel super grateful for that. I got a chance to bond with some of my mentors and some of the guys I grew up listening to and looking up to. Got a chance to chill with the Taylor Gang. That's family. Me and Snoop got some deals coming out that tour that are pretty big. We got Cookies by Cookies coming soon under his food umbrella. So we're
Cookies by Cookies.
Yeah, just snacks, good snacks.
I like that.
Non-infused. Walmart, baby.
Yo, for Snoop, like, I feel like, have you, because when we think of weed and hip hop, I think of Snoop. And then I think of Wiz, and I think of Be Real, and then I think of you. But in terms of just like the general public, everyone thinks of Snoop Dogg, right? Mm-hmm. You've done some weed stuff with Snoop. For whatever reason, it feels like Snoop hasn't fully cracked off into space in a way that you would expect him to. I know you guys have done stuff, but have you like helped Snoop out at all in that space?
We launched something together that did hella well. The Doggy Bag, it killed it. I mean, when we dropped it in LA, the lines were down the block. We dropped it in other markets. People loved it. It was a good genetic. But I think the thing with Snoop is that he's way bigger than just focusing on a weed brand. He's an international fucking icon.
No, it's crazy.
This guy.
I think he's the. I mean, I always tell this to people. He's the most famous rapper in the world.
I think he's like.
He's one of the most famous people in the world.
He's like the closest, like. And I say this may be a weird statement, but he's like the closest guy to Michael Jackson out there. Like, he's no one like Michael Jackson. Everyone knows who Snoop Dogg is.
Everybody.
I don't care where you
go. Your grandma, like,
you know who the dog is.
Yes.
You know who the dog is.
100%.
So I think that that Snoop loves weed. He's a fan of weed. He loves to smoke good weed. I've gotten high with him for years. He's at multiple brands. But I think that he's just so much bigger than trying to focus on the weed brand. He's focused on like the food category now with the ice cream and the cereal. Like, I think he's focused on just like bigger plays that he didn't really think he'd be able to do, when he was younger, Snoop. And I think that
getting
like
into Walmart, shit like that. Yeah,
I mean, and he's not only getting into Walmart, he's opening the doors for other people. Like, he didn't have to open that door for me. That's why I bought him the Rolex at the last day of the tour, because I was like, I don't even know if he'll ever wear this watch, but like, I'm so grateful that he opened up the door for me to help normalize myself as a household name. And by introducing that partner to develop, create cookies and to and to actually distribute it into places like Walmart, that's big as fuck for me, and I'm grateful for that. And I think that I told him that day, I said, you're the only artist I know that gives back like this.
Yeah,
you share your platform.
Back, yeah.
You don't want nothing back. You told me, Bern, I'm simple. You could have brought me a little bag of weed. I said, I know I could have, but like, I want to give you this from the heart, because this is what, you know, in my world, like, this is, I've always dreamed about being able to do something like this. And like, this tour brought a lot of happiness to my life in a really dark time. And this tour gave me motivation to keep making music. And it showed me that around the country, I'm respected all in different markets I never thought I would be. And shit, bro, like, you're opening up big doors for us. So shout out to Snoop. He's the only guy that actually really shares his platform and gives back and gives opportunities to other artists when he ain't got to do that shit at all. That's my role model, really.
No, Snoop, I always see him popping up on up and coming artist shit too, like just randomly. You'll be like, damn, Snoop's on like a Zoe Osama remix, or he's on a Scarlet record, like, and it's just like, oh, he's not only is he like, you know, he's just tapped in, and I feel like he's generous with his energy, man.
Man, that dude ain't got to do. That dude's caked up.
For sure.
Snoop Dogg is caked up, liquidly caked up, and like, his money's not in equity. He's caked up for reals, and he don't have to do none of the shit he's doing because he loves it, and that's the dope thing about the dog.